All right, what is up, folks? Thursday, July the 8th, 2021. Hope you are all doing well. Taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. The Daily Crow is live. And, of course, I am Chris Phillips. As always, a real quick check. Let me know that you guys saw the last 5 seconds of the countdown. Again, I'm still kind of playing with the timing as far as when I switch over from the countdown to my video to whatever. So if it did not work, please let me know. And because I want to make the necessary adjustments. It looks like it did. So, anyways, guys, appreciate you all tuning in. Thursday, July the 8th, 2021. I see Rob Youngson, Josh Reichley, Travi, Todd Smith, Elizabeth Ballard, Jax Rangers, Sean O'Brien, Jaden Harris. The whole gang is here. Appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you all so much. Got a lot to get into here on a Thursday, a very exciting Thursday, and I thank you all so much for tuning in and joining me here on this Thursday, July the 8th. Before we get into everything, I do want to tell you about our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Guys, they're both young but experienced and aggressive attorneys, both former prosecutors who used to represent insurance companies but switching sides. And they both worked at larger law firms where they represented hundreds of clients at a time. And they left to start their own law firm, guys, because they understand you're not a number, you're not a line item, you're a real person, you're a human being that has real problems, and you needed to be treated as such. Guys, they're a small boutique law firm that treats their clients like family. They're going to know who you are and treat you like a client, not a number. They handle injury cases that arise from car accidents and work accidents. Guys, do not try to take on the insurance company yourself. You've been involved in any type of accident, the last thing that you need to be worrying about is paperwork and dealing with the insurance company. Let the experts over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm take care of it for you, guys. They use the latest technology to make representation efficient yet effective. Again, let them handle it for you. You don't even pay them unless they recover money for you, guys. Rami's in Columbia. Curtis is in Charleston. They handle cases statewide. They also offer virtual or in-person consultations at no charge. Give them a call today in Columbia, 803-973-0304, or in their Somerville location, 843-388-3368. Or, of course, guys, your one-stop shop, their website, dsinjurylaw.com. That is dsinjurylaw.com for more information. Again, that's our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. What's going on? 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, comments, calls. You can also text that number at 843-790-3377. Elizabeth Ballard finally got to see the last 5 seconds of the countdown. It's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, my guy crushed it. My guy absolutely crushed it. Beyond anything I could have, imagined or whatever. I asked him to do a countdown. He absolutely killed it. So I appreciate you guys. I thought that was really, really cool. And heck, it gets me, not that I needed to be fired up for the Daily Crow at all. It gets me fired up, though. You got the music going. You got the countdown going. It'll get the blood pumping a little bit. That's for sure. Jax Ranger says the tank. Yes. I'll tell you this, man. My vendor, we are printing the tanks now on a new material, and they are incredible. I mean, these tank tops are absolutely incredible. I've actually got 2 on the way right now. I got a Beamer Ball tank and a if it ain't swaying, we ain't playing. I'm probably going to get some more as well so that I'm a tank guy. You guys know this, especially in the summer. I do like a good tank top, but really, really good stuff. Yeah, the quality of these are really awesome, especially, this is after a wash, and it's still like that really nice quality. So, Jax Rangers daily weather report for New Hampshire, 66 degrees and cloudy, he says. Yeah, here it's overcast here as well. The storms rolled in. It's like 80 or so, mid-80s. My dad and I are actually playing golf at 2:30 today, so I figured this would be a pretty good day for it. Only 15% of chance of rain in the afternoon, so we're going to go play golf later this afternoon. I think I'm actually going back to Columbia tonight. So I think I'm actually going back to Columbia tonight. It'll be really good to get back in studio, so the Daily Crow should be live from the studio tomorrow, and we'll be able to roll out all the Big Cock Club stuff from the studio tomorrow. Feeling really, really good about that. Let's see. J2469 says, oh, snap, I got the first badge. What, LOL. Jay, appreciate you tuning in as always. Nick Renfro, last 5 seconds of the intro was just as good as watch Beamer work on the recruiting trail. Jay says we had an inch and a half of rain in Irmo. Sean O'Brien, are we feeling good about landing Antonio Williams out of Dutch Fork? I don't see any reason why we couldn't land him. I feel pretty good about it. I mean, it's hard to tell right now, especially we're in the dead period and guys aren't visiting and all that. But, I mean, I feel pretty good about Beamer on the recruit. I'm not doubting Shane Beamer on the recruiting trail. I'll tell you guys that right now. I've had a great morning so far. I'll tell you guys and update you. We've got some great interviews, some great conversations coming next week. Actually chatted with Phil Steele this morning, breaking down his 2021 preseason magazine, all of his rankings, where he's picking the Gamecocks. Obviously, he got to chat with Shane Beamer. So, of course, we talked about that. Really good conversation with Phil Steele. That will drop on the Monday show. And then Thursday, I'm trying to get my buddy Brett Ciancia Pick Six previews from his magazine. I'm trying to get him on the show for the Thursday show since we're dropping these predictions next week. I feel like it kind of lines up and makes sense with those shows that we will doing. Brett, text me back, man. I know you got my text. Text me back. Anyways, though, great conversation with Phil Steele this morning, guys. Also, in case you missed it, really, really excited, really proud and excited to announce, if you guys have not seen it yet, we posted it on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. A new weekly staple of the Spurs Up Show. If you're in the Columbia area, get ready, get excited. Live from Tin Roof, TSUS, live from Tin Roof. We're all familiar with Tin Roof. We all love the establishment. We are going to be going live every single Wednesday, 5 to 7. So right in the middle of happy hour, come out, get your food and drinks, and enjoy some cold beverages. And it got really good food, by the way, as well. We're going to be live from there each and every single Wednesday, though, talking Gamecocks, shooting the shit, whatever, talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. Also, I am most certainly planning on having some guests every now and then swing by, come hang out, guys that are local to the Columbia area, and really excited about it, man. Seriously, I can't thank Tin Roof and those guys and the managers and stuff over there. I can't thank them enough for the opportunity. Obviously, getting out and about in the community and doing a show each and every single week is an amazing opportunity to get the brand out there and get out there in person. And, an establishment like Tin Roof that is so very well recognized and is definitely a hot spot in Columbia and somewhere that a lot of people go. Especially a lot of great Gamecocks. I think it's going to be awesome. I have no doubt in my mind it's going to be incredible. And as we go through the preseason, as we get into football season, I'm really, really excited to begin this, to start on this journey with Tin Roof, and looking forward to it, man. Again, it's just, it's incredible. It's incredible. I am extremely excited, honored, privileged to, that they would ask me. And I guess it can be kind of like our own little version of Carolina Calls, if you will. Also, we will, if you're not in the Columbia area, because not everybody lives in Columbia, I'm also going to be streaming it live just as we're doing now. So we're going to be live from Tin Roof, but if you're not local, it's also going to be streamed, so you can tune in that way, again, 5 to 7. So, hey, if you thought you had a lot of content right now, buckle up, because we're just adding more. And, hey, we're also going to have the Daily Crow on those days. So you got the Daily Crow, and you're going to have TSUS live from Tin Roof. So many ways to catch us, man. Tons of content. We should have tons of great guests as well. Really, really looking forward to it. And again, I sincerely appreciate those guys over at Tin Roof for having us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And again, that begins next Wednesday. Literally begins next week. So next Wednesday it'll start, and we'll be there every single Wednesday. The only Wednesday that I know right now I will not be at Tin Roof is the first week of August. My brother graduates from basic training from Fort Leatherwood in Missouri, so I will actually be going to that. So, of course, that's a pretty good reason to miss. So I will not be doing it that Wednesday, but every other Wednesday we're scheduled. We're on the docket. We're going to do it Wednesday nights, 5 to 7 at Tin Roof. So if you're local to Columbia, you want to come out, would love to have you. Would love to have you. I'm still kind of working on the details of exactly how the show is going to roll, when it's going to be. I expect it to be very casual, very cool. I'd love to take questions still. Would love to take questions. So, yeah, going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Looking forward to working with those guys at Tin Roof. Looking forward to meeting a bunch of great Gamecocks while we're out there as well. And going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm really, really excited. I love doing that type of stuff, guys. If you didn't know, I love the live show aspect. I love just getting out in the community and meeting people. And like I said, it's great for the brand. It's great for business, but it's also great for Gamecocks and people who want to come out and just have a good time, man. Drink some beers and shoot the shit and talk Gamecocks. And next week will be a fun one to start with because, of course, as I've told you guys, Monday, I'm dropping part 1 of my game-by-game season predictions. Thursday, I am finishing off with the second half of the schedule. And I would say by the show Wednesday, by that Wednesday night show, if you are a big Cock Club member, which all that's dropping tomorrow, you're going to know my predictions. I'll probably drop the graphic early. I'll probably drop my prediction graphic early in the Big Cock Club Discord. So, you guys will know. So we can chat about that. We can talk about that. There'll be plenty to talk about. We should have a guest or two rolling through next week. But a lot of great stuff happening, man. The positive momentum's incredible. Obviously, what Shane Beamer and company are doing on the recruiting trail and with Gamecocks football, and it's just spreading to everyone in the Columbia area, man. And like I said, I can't thank you guys enough, because without your love and support, no way something like this would be possible. So again, thank you all so much, man. I'm truly grateful. Again, I've said it before. I'll say it again, though. You guys continue to rock with us in July. You know what I mean? There's 100 other things you guys, a million other things you guys could be doing. We're in the probably most dead part of the summer, but you guys continue to show up and show out and rock with the content and rock what we do. And I genuinely, truly do appreciate it. Thank you all so much. Again, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Not sure there's really a whole lot of Gamecock news to go over today. I did drop my all-time starting 9 for South Carolina baseball. So if you guys want to talk about that, you want to debate that, of course, it's most certainly highly debatable, because there are a lot of great baseball players that have worn that garnet and black. So the biggest one, I think, the most controversial one, if you will, was I have Justin Smoke at first base and Yaron Peters as the DH. Left off Christian Walker, which, listen, was really, really tough. I like Christian a lot. Fantastic player. He's one of the all-time greats to ever take the field at South Carolina. But Justin Smoke is arguably, in my opinion, he is the best hitter in all of school history, the greatest slugger ever. And then when I'm looking at a DH, the reason I picked Yaron Peters, when I'm looking at a DH, I am picking purely power. Like that, I'm picking a power guy. And Yaron Peters, guys, had arguably the greatest single season in Gamecocks baseball history. 2002, he hit 29 homers with 95 RBI. Those numbers just speak for themselves. So had to roll with Yaron Peters in the DH spot, but it was very, very close, because again, Christian Walker, power in his own right, clutch, everything you want in a first, very good defensively, but had to roll with Peters in the DH spot. And again, I'm a Justin Smoke dude. If you've been listening to me long enough, Justin Smoke is my all-time favorite Gamecock. There was no way I was going to leave him out of that all-time starting 9. There's no way. Brian Welch, yes, you make a very good point. Phil Disher makes a run for the best DH in school history. I'll tell you this. If I had to make a list of all-time DHs, I probably would put Disher 1, because his body of work is much greater than Yaron Peters. Yaron Peters had that one season. He was a JUCO guy. He had that one season for Carolina where he blew up. But as far as the body of work, I mean, Disher definitely stands out. No question. Sean O'Brien says he loves Tin Roof. Tyler Blue, Tin Roof, I love working there in college. Nice spot. Yeah, again, if you guys are in Columbia, it's going to be every single Wednesday starting next Wednesday. Would love to have y'all come out, man. Would love to have y'all come out. Let's hang out. I mean, again, like I said, I'm still kind of, figuring out exactly, what the show is going to be per se, but it's going to be a very casual thing. I want it to be very casual, very fun, very, very engaging. You know what I'm saying? I'd still love to take questions here. I'd love to take questions in person from people who are at the bar. So I think it'll be really, really fun. I know it'll be really fun. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time. And just like everything else, the most fun part about it, it will be something that grows and evolves. And, I really want to make Wednesday nights at Tin Roof like the thing. You know what I mean? Like, Wednesday nights at 10, man, 5 to 7. Come on out. Let's go. Let's drink some cold beers and, break up the week a little bit and have us a good time and talk Gamecocks, man, especially game weeks. I mean, it's going to be incredible. That speaks for itself. Keith, what's going on? What's going on? All Keith. All good, Keith. Keith, appreciate you tuning in. J2469, William Hayward Mookie Wilson, an American former Major League Baseball outfielder and coach. Gamecock remembers the Met who hit the ground ball that rolled through Bill Buckner's legs. Yeah, no, I mean, Mookie Wilson was definitely one I went back and forth on. Obviously a bit before my time. I was born in 1990, so a little bit before my time. But, no, Mookie Wilson, definitely an all-time great, man. Justin, what's going on? What's up? 843-790-3377, guys. Taking your questions, comments, calls as well. Now, Nick Renfro says, Michael Roth, pitchers are coming tomorrow. I did not list pitchers. There was no pitcher on the graphic. The starting 9 included the DH. Tomorrow, I will be making a graphic for like all-time rotation and relievers and all that because those guys need their own graphic. They need their own graphic. So I wasn't going to pick one pitcher. We have way too many pitchers to pick one guy. And man, you talk about a topic that could be highly debated. You know, if you had one game, a winner-take-all game for Carolina baseball, winner-take-all game for Carolina baseball, who would you pitch? And I mean, there are going to be many different answers. Heath Hagler says we need multicolored trucker hats, garnet front, black back would be fire. That would be insane, Heath. I'm not going to lie. Unfortunately, right now, my vendor does not offer that. I don't even know if they make that, to be honest with you. I mean, I'll definitely check on it, but that would be sick. I'm not going to lie to you. That would be fire. That would be pretty fire. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. Like I said, I should be back in the studio tomorrow. That is the plan. Be back in the studio tomorrow. I think I'm going home tonight. Got some packages waiting on me at the house that I'm very excited about. Also, yeah, so hope you guys are doing well. My dad and I are playing golf at 2:30 today. Looking forward to that. Just taking advantage of the off week, quote unquote. But, no, seriously, man, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. The Tin Roof stuff, in case you missed it, the Tin Roof stuff is we're going to be live from Tin Roof each and every single Wednesday, 5 to 7, right in the middle of happy hour, starting next week. Truly appreciate those guys at Tin Roof, and I truly appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for the love and support because, again, without you guys showing love and support for the content and rocking what we do and liking posts and engaging and retweeting and tuning into the podcast and opportunities like that, they just simply wouldn't be possible. They wouldn't be possible. So thank you all, man. I'm truly grateful. Truly grateful. Seriously. Dakota says, do you think Doty will end up starting the whole season, or do you think Brown or someone else will come up and take over? Well, assuming everyone stays healthy, let's put that out there first, because if injuries strike, I mean, who knows, right? Assuming everyone stays healthy, yes, I think Luke Doty is your starter the entire year. I do. Listen, I think I know people, which I'm surprised there hasn't been more of a chatter of the quarterback position, but I think this is the reason. Shane Beamer made it very clear that Luke Doty is QB1. I mean, if Luke Doty wasn't QB1, if he didn't feel firm about that, there's no way he comes out after the spring game and says Luke Doty is QB1. There's just no way. So I know people want to make it out to be a quarterback competition, and certainly there's still competition, but I'd be shocked if Luke Doty's not QB. I mean, he's going to be. Luke Doty's going to be QB. Let's just put it out there. He's going to be QB1. The battle in preseason, I think, is more so for QB2. Is it Jason Brown? Is it Colton Gauthier? Is it Connor Jordan? You know what I mean? So I think that's more of the battle. I think Luke Doty is very firmly entrenched as QB1. So just my opinion, just my take. Again, I know some people will bring up the spring game and all this and that, but Luke Doty's QB1. And yes, Savannah Webster says, doesn't mean there won't be a quarterback battle. Yeah, every position's a battle. When you have you're coming off of a 2-8 season and you got a brand new head coach and brand new schemes, every position's wide open. Hey, there's going to be battle at running back between Harris and Lloyd. But I'm just saying right now, I'm projecting Luke Doty's QB1. He'd have to lose the job. Let me put it that way. Luke Doty would have to lose the job. And I don't think he will. So I think the battle is more so for who is QB2. Travi, appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Brian Welch, give me Roth starting, Jonathan Taylor setting up, and Price to close it out if we have to win an all-time game. That's a pretty good lineup there. Christian Carver, what's the one game this year you think we could win that we aren't supposed to? You're basically talking what's the most likely big upset game, if you will. And I think definitely when you look at upsets, the game that lines up the most, it almost looks like one of the stars aligned type of game is the Florida game. And, of course, I had some back and forth with my good buddy Mark Ryan this morning on Twitter. And he's a Gators alum, Gators fan, so, of course, he took that a little personally. But, seriously, when you look at the game, and Florida's losing a ton from last – they're almost kind of in rebuilding mode this year. They lose a ton from last year. The Gators have to play Alabama early in the season, and the week before they play South Carolina, they have to play Georgia versus the Gamecocks are coming off of a bye week. So, and it's at Williams-Brice Stadium, and South Carolina the last 3 years has been really close with the Gators, even if you want to argue the talent, whatever. South Carolina has, you could argue, should have won at least one of those games. So I think that game sets up really well for South Carolina. I'm not sitting here predicting South Carolina is going to win or picking the Gamecocks to beat Florida. But if you're talking about most likely big upset, I think that one lines up pretty well for the Gamecocks to get a signature win in year one of Shane Beamer. So we'll see. We'll see. But I do think that'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game either way. Let's see. Brian Dean says he thinks Jason Brown number 2. Brian Dean also says I can see Doty to E.J. Jenkins. Kevin C., other than maybe Cam Smith, I can't name one person I can confidently say will start in the secondary. That's wide open. Yeah, listen, I think right now Cam Smith's certainly the leader of that group. I think Prunty, the transfer from Kansas, I think certainly he's going to be a day one starter. Then you look at guys like Joey Hunter and Dominic Hill and Jalen Foster and O'Donnell Fortune and Marcellus Dial, the transfer. At the safeties, you look at R.J. Roderick and Jalen Dickerson, Jamar Brown. So certainly beyond Cam Smith, though, and I think Prunty at the corner position, it's very wide open, very, very wide open for sure. Got a lot of bodies. You just got to find some guys. So you got to find some dudes, I should say. Sean O'Brien says, how do you see Zaquandre White fitting into the running back room or other areas? I mean, I think he'll play. That's going to be, I'll be very interested to see how Marcus Satterfield and Shane Beamer manage that room because you have a lot of guys that need to touch the football. I think it's going to be 1A, 1B with Marshawn Lloyd and Kevin Harris, or Kevin Harris and Marshawn Lloyd, whatever. It's going to be 1A, 1B. I think Quan White will be used, somewhat. I mean, is he going to get the bulk of the carries? Absolutely not. But you saw in the spring game, he needs to touch the football. So definitely just another weapon you have. And that's a great problem to have in that running back room for sure. Travis Ford says, if we get a C performance from our wide receivers and DBs, we could shock some people. Got to keep defenses honest against the run. Got to let the front seven on D play loose. Yeah, I mean, good point. And I'll tell you this too. A C performance from your wide receivers and your DBs, but I'll tell you guys this, and I asked Phil Steele this question, and I've asked others this question. And I would pose this question to you, and I'm going to give my answer to this question, okay? For South Carolina, if the Gamecocks are going to go 6-6 or better, if the Gamecocks are going to have a successful 2021 season, blank has to work. So basically, what is the key to South Carolina's 2021 season? For me, we can talk, listen, receivers, defensive backs, there are questions that need to be answered. But if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a chance. Luke Doty's got to play. The key to the season is Luke Doty. And I'm not saying he's got to be a hero. I'm not saying he's got to go out there and throw for 5,000 yards or anything crazy. But he has got to be a master at managing this offense and operating in this offense. You ain't got to be a hero. Hand the ball off. Use your athleticism. Be efficient and accurate with the football, and do not turn it over. Luke Doty has to be all those things, though. South Carolina will not get to a bowl game if Luke Doty is not slightly above average or better. He's got to be that guy, man. You got to have the quarterback. You just simply put have got to have the quarterback. So, even as much as we talk about wide receivers and all of that, Luke Doty's got to be that dude. He's got to be that dude. You have a quarterback, you have a chance. Luke Doty's got to be that guy that gives South Carolina that chance this year. So, and like you said, hey, if you can get a C performance out of wide receivers and DBs and Luke Doty plays well, hey, now you're talking 7-5, God forbid, maybe 8-4. You know what I mean? So, but Luke Doty to me has got to be that guy. I mean, that's the key to the season. There's many other questions, but that's your key. Because you've got the running game, and if Luke Doty is above average and he can work with the running game, he's going to use his legs. All of a sudden, that's going to open things up for the passing game. That's going to open it up. So, but Luke Doty's got to be that guy. It starts with Luke Doty, man. Justin Warren says, I want to beat Georgia with Muschamp or Bobo with Auburn. Auburn is a possibility as well being at home again. Yeah, I think that's a toss-up game. No question. Travis Real, Doty needs to be like Steady Petty was, game manager. And see, we say the phrase game manager. I don't want to disrespect the kid. Like, I think he can be a dynamic playmaker for us. But, yes, he needs to take care of the ball. Get it to your playmakers. Let your running backs work for you. You got 4 or 5 starters back on the offensive line. Just don't lose the game. Don't go out and lose the ball game. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. So Travis Ford says, yep, I dare USC to throw the ball. Yeah, I mean, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm absolutely stacking the box and playing one-on-one on the outside. But, hey, you do that. You put a guy like Nick Muse or an E.J. Jenkins or a Marion Brown who can win matchups, all of a sudden, Because all South Carolina needs on offense is the threat to go deep. They don't have to actually do it. They don't have to actually convert it, although that'd be nice. You just need the threat. You just need the defense to have to think about it. Get those safeties back, boom, open up the running lanes. Here we go. So what you can't have happen is not be able to throw the football, and then they just stack the box. And, I mean, at that point, it's just a sheer numbers game of you're not going to be able to run how you'd like to. So, Brian Welch, Quan White reminds me a lot of Kenny Miles. White's just a couple inches tall. That's a really good comparison by you, Brian. I like that. I like that comparison a lot, actually. Savannah Webster, Luke Doty is that guy, pal. Yeah, Luke Doty, you are that guy. Hopefully he is that guy. Keith, D has to help us holding people and getting turnovers. Yeah. I mean, I think offense is going to be the strength of this team, but certainly we need our defense to get a couple of stops. Hey, bend but don't break. I don't know. Hold them to field goals. Do something. Help us out. You got to help us out. Travis Ford says ECU will be slobbering for this DB group. That's certainly going to be a big-time early test. And, guys, I'll tell you this. Some of you scoffed. Some of you scoffed at me for saying ECU is the key game of the 2021 season. Guess what Phil Steele said? He's got ECU as a toss-up. He's got it as truly a toss-up, guys. Doesn't have the Gamecocks winning, has it as a toss-up. So I'm telling you, do not sleep on that game. That game's the difference between going bowling, having the chance to even go bowling, and fighting for 5 wins. So I'm telling you, man, that ECU game is a tricky one. That's a tricky one. Dude Raw for show says, I think our wide receivers will be the group to step up this season and shock a few teams. All doubt is on them, and Step has something to prove. You'd certainly like to think so, man. Justin Stepp is the assistant coach that has the greatest potential to be that standout because his position unit is one of the biggest question marks in the team. So, Justin Stepp can really show people, really show people he was worth, he's worth all the hype, if you will. Yeah. You got to just find a couple dudes, man. Just 2 or 3. You don't have to. We don't have to be 5, 6, 7 deep at wideout. That'd be great, but you don't have to do that. Just find a couple of guys. Just be serviceable in the passing game. Be serviceable on the outside. I mean, it's crazy that we're talking about South Carolina and receivers in this way because we've never struggled to field fantastic wide receivers. Never struggled. So it's crazy. There are not many seasons we have come into a year and been like, who the hell's our number one? Nobody knows. Nobody knows who our number one is. Kevin C., for what we need from Doty, game manager would be a compliment. I mean, I'm not saying it, I'm just careful with that because, calling a quarterback a game manager is like such an insult. But no, I mean, you are right. You are right. He needs to be a bit of a game manager for South Carolina. He doesn't have to be a hero. Let's put it that way. He doesn't have to be a hero. So, got plenty of options, plenty of weapons offensively. Let them work for you. You don't have to do anything crazy. And then use your athleticism. I think that's the huge key for Doty there too. And this coaching staff and this offensive staff is how do you put Luke Doty in positions to use his athleticism? Because he's obviously extremely athletic. I mean, he's arguably the fastest guy on the team. So how do you let him use his athleticism? That is a major, major key. Sean O'Brien says, the Auburn game will be interesting. I don't know that I believe Harsin is going to be better than Malzahn. I would have stuck with the Gus Bus if I was Auburn. Just hard to compete with Bama in the West. Sean, I would tell you this. I don't think in any way Harsin's going to be better than Malzahn. I don't think Harsin was a great hire, personally. I really don't. Elizabeth Ballard, and catch the ball. Yes, please, dear God, catch the football. Dear God, catch the football. James Kendall says, I like, quote, field marshal. We'll use that, the field marshal. I like that as well. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. We actually have a question from my good guy, Pops, at I am Tim Frisbee 89 on Twitter. He says, I don't sleep on any games. However, if ECU is a toss-up after shaking off Rust versus Eastern Illinois, we may have some real problems, don't you think? Well, I just think it's a tricky game early, man. ECU's a team returns 20 of 22 starters. And again, I know people hate hearing this, but there's just so many question marks, so much uncertainty. It just is a tricky game going to their place, noon kickoff. You know, you're going to get really tested in the set. They've got weapons all over the place offensively. And they've got, I talked about if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Holton Ahlers is going to give them a chance. I mean, they've got a legit veteran quarterback who's a pretty solid player. Again, they've got good wide receivers. They've got a really, really good tailback. We're going to be tested defensively, bottom line. Now, the key number in that one is this, 201 yards per game. That's how many yards per game ECU gave up on the ground last year defensively. So the game plan should be no secret. We are going to run the ball down your throat. Marshawn Lloyd and Kevin Harris are going to have a freaking field day. Now, with that being said, Pops, I'm not, I don't want to spoil my predictions that I'm going to give next week. I am not picking South Carolina to lose to East Carolina. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Because, you look at the team on – this is a game South Carolina should win. South Carolina is more talented than East Carolina. Nobody's going to argue that. All I'm saying is, do not take this one lightly. I don't think Carolina fans should think South Carolina should go in there and just win by 21, 28, whatever. Like, I see this being a one-score game. Call me crazy, but I just do. I just do. I don't think South Carolina football is in any place to take any team lightly. They're not. They're simply not. Hey, the last time you played a team that wasn't in the Power 5, you lost to them. Appalachian State 2019. After Appalachian State, I know it's a new era. And again, I think South Carolina is going to beat East Carolina. But just make sure you take care of business. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You can't take them lightly. ECU, they're going to have this game circled. It's going to be like their Super Bowl. And ECU's always, for whatever reason, played Carolina close outside of the 2012 game. So it's always been a really competitive, good game. I expect nothing less this year, honestly. And with all, because here's the thing I tell you too, Pops. We're not, do you really feel like we're going to learn anything week one? Are we really going to learn anything about South Carolina week one? Eastern Illinois, an FCS school, South Carolina's going to roll. Let's call it for what it is. They're going to roll week one. I don't know that you're going to really, be able to draw any conclusions or have any answers, about South Carolina after week one. I just don't think so. So we're going to learn a lot in week two. We're going to learn a lot in week two. And again, maybe South Carolina goes out there and wins by 4 touchdowns and out like an idiot. I'd love that personally. And I'm not picking South Carolina to lose the game, but just saying, Rowdy Dowdy Ficklin, their first home game, playing an SEC school, just make sure you strap up and play. That's all I'm saying. So, let's see. Dakota says, what is the most realistic upset we could pull off this season? Auburn, ? Auburn would technically be considered an upset, yes, but at home, that to me is a toss-up. That's a toss-up type of game. I talked about this earlier. I think the Florida game, I think that's your most likely big upset of the season. I'll talk about that more in depth next week. But, the way the game sets up, Florida's got to play Georgia the week before. You've got a bye week. It's at Willie B. You've played them close the last 3 years. And Florida's reloading or rebuilding, you could even say, as a football team. They basically lost everybody. So, I think that game against Florida, I think that's the one that really sets up nicely for you as to serve as the big upset of the year, if you will. Kate Grantham, how many yards will Thunder and Lightning have in this season? Thunder and Lightning. Harrison Lloyd. Love that. Let's see what the nicknames, by the way, are, because we already got a nickname for Kevin Harris. It's the Bus. So what is Marshawn Lloyd going to be like? The Corvette or the Maserati? I don't know. Either way, I don't think both of them go over 1,000. I think one will. Now, which one? I have no idea. I have no idea which one it'll be. Right now, you got to say Kevin Harris, but you never know. I think one of them, it'll probably finish up. One of them will have over 1,000. The other will be like 700 or 800. I think it'll be very close, but I think that room is just too crowded. Luke Doty's going to run it too. I don't think they both go over 1,000. I don't think any way they do. I don't think any way they both go over 1,000. So, yeah, Pops, appreciate the question, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you're on Twitter and you want to tweet us a question, by all means, go right ahead. I don't know, Pops, if you tried to comment through like the Twitter stream for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because Periscope is like technically deleted or whatever, but Twitter questions, comments, anything, they don't show up, which is very annoying. I hate that. So if you're on Twitter and you have a question, either tweet it at us or text it in, 843-790-3377. You can do that. You can call in as well if you want to do that. But, Pops, thank you so much. Got to get you back on the show soon, Pops. I appreciate you. A great Gamecock. An absolutely great Gamecock. Let's see. Travis Ford says, don't sleep on Troy either. Pops needs to realize that ECU is some we need to run the ball and hold the winning number to 21 or less. I can tell you this, Travis. Again, I'll be giving my official game-by-game predictions and all that good stuff next week. I don't think it'll be that low scoring. I think South going to need to score 28-plus to win that game. I mean, you're going to have to score on offense to win that game, in my opinion. So, Savannah Webster would love to see a UF upset. The wheels on the bus go round and round, indeed. How about this? Brian Dean says his upset special, South Carolina 27, Georgia 24. Brian, from your lips to God's ears, my friend. From your lips to God's, please. Speak it into existence. I love it. Rob Youngson, need a guy like Brian Scott this year. I am partial, though, since he was one of my receivers in high school. Yeah, Brian was a great player. I mean, hey, I would love that. Brian was a damn good receiver. So I'd take a Brian Scott right now, no question. Brian Dean says, I hope Auburn goes 1-11. Who do you want him to beat? I'm curious. Who do you want him to beat? Let's see. 843-790-3377, guys. It's 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, comments, calls as well. We got a text on the text line here. Robbie Davis says, hope you're doing well today. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but with the way our schedule sets up, we could shock the world. And if Shane Beamer can get guys that trust him and believe in his vision, we could become a constant winner, and we can prove all the doubters wrong. Go Gamecocks, and the heck with that team in the upstate. Robbie, love it. Love it. I agree with you 110%. By the way, speaking of the Troy game, I forget who it was. Travis says, can't sleep on Troy. You're right. Troy beat LSU a few years back, if you can recall. Who was it that – oh, yeah. Travis Ford brought it up. So, Phil Steele also talked about that Troy game. Get this. He says right now, and you talk about not sleeping on Troy. I agree with you. He says right now he has the Gamecocks as a 7-point favorite over Troy. 7. That's it. At Willie B. At Willie B. So, absolutely crazy. A touchdown favorite. He did agree with me, though, that, the key to the season for South kind of comes down to ECU and Kentucky. Those two games. He also has told me he's got the Gamecocks. I don't want to spoil too much of the conversation, but I'm sure you guys will listen either way. He's got the Gamecocks finishing 5-7, just short of a bowl game. So take it for what it's worth. I won't give you guys the details of this conversation, but a lot of people were upset that Phil Steele has the Gamecocks running back room ranked 5th best in the SEC. We talked about that. He did point out that he has the Gamecocks ranked 15th best in college football. But you can hear more of his explanation next week when we drop the show on Monday. And obviously, of course, we'll have tons of clips and everything else from that conversation. So really, really good stuff. Phil Steele, though, always a great conversation. I couldn't spit it out there. He's always a great time. Always a great conversation. Appreciate Phil taking the time. And like I said, you guys will hear that on the Monday show. So Keith says, do we have a receiver with the speed to stretch the field? Yeah, Amarian Brown. Again, you didn't see him in the spring game. Was hampered by injuries, but I think Amarian Brown, look at his tape at Georgia Tech, man, it speaks for itself. As long as he's healthy, that dude's a burner. 5'9", kind of reminds me of a Damiere Byrd type. I think he can be that guy. I think he'll be wide receiver 1 for you. I really do. I think he's wide receiver 1 for the Gamecocks. So we'll see. Brian Dean says EJ Jenkins will be a matchup nightmare. Yeah, I think so. I can't wait to watch him in the red zone. I mean, 6 foot 7.5. You saw it in the spring game. How do you cover it? Let's see. Savannah Webster, UF is most likely, but would be nice to get them earlier in the season. Well, you get them when you get them. So I guess it is what it is. Travis Ford, y'all got to remember what we looked like last time we saw them. I don't know that Beamer has done anything to massively change that yet. If we require 30-ish to win games, we will lose most of them. Travis, I hear what you're saying for sure. I would disagree slightly, though. I think the offense is going to be a lot better. I think of this team, I think the offense is going to be the strength. I really do. I know the receivers are still a major question mark, but I think the offense will be improved. I do. Call me crazy. I'm not saying we're going to score 30 against Georgia, but I think against East Carolina, I think scoring 30 is a very realistic number. Now, in other games, hey, you take on Georgia, you take on Texas A&M, you take on Clemson. Scoring 30 is probably not going to be realistic if we're going to be totally honest. But I think the offense is going to be better. I think having a scheme and a system where they're going to implement Luke Doty's athleticism, I think that alone is going to change the offense. I think that alone will change it. So Let's see. Savannah Webster, could EJ be an Alshon type threat if he pans out? Comparing anyone to Alshon Jeffrey, who I listed as the greatest wide receiver in South Carolina history, is a little, I think it might be a little bit of a stretch. But no, EJ Jenkins can certainly be a big-time red zone threat for you. There's no question. Travis says, please, for the love of God, I hope Doty can read zone coverages. Thought Bentley struggled with that at times in past quarterbacks we have had. I mean, yeah, he's certainly got to be able to do that, man. That's a pretty huge part of playing the position. So needs to be able to read defenses, no question. Kevin C. should be a great atmosphere at ECU. Can't wait to make the trip to Greenville. I will be there as well, Kevin. Absolutely will be there. I'm thinking, by the way, on a side note, I'm thinking, of course, we're going to have the TSUS tailgates for each and every single home game. I'm thinking on the road, and I'm sure I've told you guys this before, but I'm thinking on the road we're not necessarily going to do that. We're not going to set up. It's going to be more so kind of a free reign because there's a lot of road trips I'm going to be making of schools I've never been to. Never been to ECU, obviously. Never been to Knoxville. I'm hoping and thinking somehow it'll work where I can go to Texas A&M and Mizzou. Those are really tough road trips, but would be a lot of fun. But yeah, just the logistics of setting up a tailgate on the road and dealing with, I just think to myself, man, promoting and setting up a tailgate in Athens, that sounds like a very bad idea. I just got to be totally honest with you. But I'll be out and about, going from tailgate to tailgate, roaming around, shooting videos, shooting content, all that good stuff. And we might even do just like a pregame show on my phone. Just like we might still do the pregame show. I think the pregame show would be great. Just do it from my phone or whatever. But, yeah, as far as setting up the whole tailgate, might be something we wait till next year to do road game tailgates. So, I don't know. We'll see. J2469 says, I'm just excited to see the season unfold again, not going to set the bar too high. I think that's a great attitude to have, Jay. Again, I'm not saying don't have great, don't be optimistic and don't have high expectations, but, we got to play football. Bottom line, this team has a lot of question marks, and we'll start talking about those much more in depth next week. But, this team has question marks, and we're going to learn a lot early. That's for sure. We're going to learn a lot early. Keith, I believe the Florida game will show who is getting closer to Georgia. Fair enough. Okay. SEC East hierarchy. I like where your head's at. Justin Warren says you need to tailgate with us at Knoxville. I'll show you the ropes up there. I'm down, man. I'm down. I've heard Knoxville's a really, really good time, so I am down for sure. Travis Ford says our O may be improved, but give ECU credit too. They have to love how this sets up for them to throw the ball and score a ton too. If the score at ECU is 42-35, we lose. Well, yeah, I mean, if you give up 42 points, we're going to lose. There's no question. Yeah, the secondary is going to get tested, man. There's no doubt. That secondary is going to get tested. Again, is ECU talent? Is it SEC talent? I mean, not necessarily, but you got a lot of question marks in the secondary, man. A ton of question marks. So you're going to get tested. You're going to get tested week 2, so you better be ready to go. That's all I'll say. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Justin Warren says, great place to enjoy a game for sure. Awesome fans and amazing atmosphere like Willie B. Can't wait. Can't wait for the road trip, man. Can't wait for it. Absolutely cannot wait for it. Again, guys, in case you missed it, really, really excited. We have partnered up with Tin Roof, TSUS, live from Tin Roof, each and every single Wednesday, beginning next week, 5 to 7, every single Wednesday night starting next week. Truly just thrilled, man. Thrilled. Appreciate the fine folks over at Tin Roof giving us the opportunity. Looking forward to going live from there, taking questions. We're also going to have guests roll in every now and then. But yeah, shooting the shit, having a good time, enjoying some cold beverages, great food. You guys be sure to come out. That is in downtown Columbia in the Vista, by the way. 1022 Senate Street, 1022 Senate Street. If you're familiar with Columbia at all, you know exactly where I'm talking about. Really, really pumped to go live from Tin Roof each and every single Wednesday starting next Wednesday. Every Wednesday, guys. This is the new Wednesday thing. Every single Wednesday, we're going to be doing this. Really, really looking forward to it. So, really looking forward to it. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Just about 15 minutes left here on a Thursday. Like I told you guys, got a fun day planned over here on the home side. We are, my dad and I are playing some golf later today, 2:30 tee time, so should be a lot of fun. Travi, question on conference expansion. Do you think the Power 5 moves on from the Group of 5 soon? Maybe adding more teams in the SEC in the near future. I don't know about expansion in that way. I think the Group of Five needs to get their own playoff. Personally, there's just no reason. And this is all due respect to these schools. If you went to one of these schools, it's no knock on you. But I'm sorry, Appalachian State should not be playing for the same trophy that Alabama is. They're not playing for the same trophy. Let's call it for what it is. It's just there's no reason. There's no reason. Because I'll tell you this, even Coastal Carolina last year, if they'd have played Bama, they'd have gotten smacked. Can you imagine a Coastal Alabama championship game or even a playoff game? Coastal would have get smacked, guys. Dude Raw for show says, Chris, can we get a TSUS bar crawl in the future? Now, that would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. It says he'd drive down for it. I'll let you know. That'd be a ton of fun. Joe Anders says, I say South Carolina rushes for 250 plus and beats ECU by 3 scores. Would love to see that. Would love to see that. Lance Player, what's going on, my guy? Bush lattes flowing on a Thursday. I saw you had that Crown Royal too, Lance. I like your style. Dakota says, when can we expect the Shane Beamer interview? I see all these other shows getting them about time for TSUS to get the interview too, LOL. Dakota, we're working on it. We're working on it. Would love to have Coach Beamer, obviously, man. That goes without saying. Would love to have Coach Beamer. And, I'll tell you this, guys. Would love to have him, and I feel very, very confident that it will happen. I feel very confident. I don't know when, but I do feel very confident that at some point Shane Beamer will grace the TSUS airwaves. So I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I feel confident that it will happen. By the way, guys, since you're all in here, I want to tell you something real quick or just make you aware. I'm probably going to put a post on social media as well. So, as you all know, next week is a big week. Monday, Thursday, dropping my game-by-game season predictions on Monday's show. I will break down things like wins, toss-ups, and losses, key game, most important 3-game stretch, keys to the season, and then, of course, I'll be giving my predictions for the first 6 games of the 2021 season. Thursday, Part 2 will drop. I will be giving my predictions for the second half, the last 6 games of the 2021 season, and just giving my overall thoughts on my predictions and the season record, all that stuff as a whole. What I'm asking all of you, what I'm asking from you all, you got some homework. I really would appreciate you all being interactive on this show. I'd love to hear your predictions, how you think the season will go. Call in, leave a voicemail. Hey, even if you don't want to do that, text in, whatever. I'd really love to hear you guys' predictions. What's your key game, the most important 3-game stretch? 843, don't do it right now because the phone line is open, but call in, leave a voicemail if you want to be featured on the show, 843-790-3377. Take it again, and this is something I will post yet again on social media, but I really like for these to be interactive. I like to get the overall gauge of the fan base and how you guys are feeling and the the overall pulse, what you guys are thinking going in the season. So Lance says, yeah, I got a little trash, but hey, it's summer. To hell with it. Hey, to hell with it indeed, man. To hell with it indeed. Bad day to be a cold brewski. I can tell you this. It's a bad day to be a flagstick today. Bad day to be a flagstick. Also might be a bad day to be water because where we're playing has a ton of water. So hopefully that's not the case. No, I'm speaking to existence. I'm going to play really well today. I'll play really, really well today. So this is like the most golf I've played. And I mean, I never play golf anymore because we just stay so busy with the content, the business and all that. But yeah, it's been nice. Been nice to get on the golf course. It really has. And I'm looking forward to playing today. Lance Player, yes, I appreciate it, man. This ass-kicking chicken tank is incredible. As I said earlier, I know you might have missed it. My vendor, we've actually changed up the material for what we're using for the tank tops. It's incredible. These tanks are insane, dude. I mean, even if you're not a big tank top person, these turned out so good. I mean, this tank is fire, man. I love it. And, of course, we got the Beamer Ball. Hey, koozies still available, by the way. Koozies are available. Get your koozies. Beamer Ball, welcome home koozies, tsus.store. Be sure to get yours today. These are must-have for football season. Get your koozies. Get your koozies. Joe Anders says, Ole Miss is light years better than ECU. What does that mean? Are you like comparing to last year? Because, number one, last year doesn't mean anything. And, I mean, yeah, I'm not saying ECU is listen, Joe, what you said earlier, I mean, I don't know if we're going to win by 3 scores, but I think we're going to shove it down their throat, absolutely. I mean, again, they gave up 201 yards per game on the ground last year. Will they be improved? I mean, I'm sure they will, but we should run wild. I mean, Kevin Harris and Marshawn Lloyd should have a freaking field day against that ECU defense. So, again, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Guys, again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate, again, it's July the 8th. It's the dead of summer, if you will. Like, not a lot going on. You guys continue to tune in, be interactive. I truly, truly do appreciate it. Also, in case you missed it, man, tomorrow is another big day. Big Cock Club officially dropping tomorrow. I'm thinking probably 11 o'clock or so is when I'll tweet everything out, post everything, roll out the details, stuff like that. Because like I told you guys, I want to be able to come on the Daily Crow and, break everything down, kind of explain a little bit more and give my thoughts on everything and what we're offering and stuff like that. But Big Cock Club stuff, it's ready to go. I've got everything put together. That will roll out tomorrow. Tomorrow it will roll out. I'm very, very, very excited. Very excited for the Big Cock Club stuff, for this initiative. So pumped to even inject more value, put more value out there and give you guys more great, incredible content and stuff that is behind the scenes, premium content. There's finally a demand for that, and we finally have the capabilities to produce that, and we are producing that, and I'm very excited to roll that out to you guys and, again, just provide even more value. So Big Cock Club stuff, roll out tomorrow. Extremely, extremely excited for it, man. Extremely excited for it. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Lance Player, can't wait for the koozie bundle to come in. Got to keep the lattes cold. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Chandler Davis, Rajay Harris, running back for ECU, got something to prove. He should not have made it out of the state. Yeah, Chandler, listen, Rajay Harris, very good player. Very, very good player. I mean, they've got a really good running back. They've got Holton Ahlers at quarterback. They've got some really good guys at wide receiver on the outside. I'm telling you, ECU is not going to be some cakewalk, guys. It's not going to be like playing Eastern Illinois. It's not going to be like playing Eastern Illinois. It's not. It's going to be a tough game. And hey, let me put it this way. I'd rather be proven wrong saying all preseason is going to be a tough game and then we blow them out than saying, oh, we're going to blow them out all preseason and then all of a sudden it's a field goal game in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Like, I am expecting an absolute fight. ECU, the first time they've hosted South Carolina since 1997. 1997. So, John Rice, are you a seltzer guy? My guy, John. Are you a seltzer guy? If so, which is the best? I mean, I do enjoy, hey, this is seltzer and tequila season, my guy. Hey, you get to this time of year in the summer or you're next to a body of water most of the time, seltzer and tequila season. But as far as seltzers, yeah, I definitely rock with the seltzer. I generally like to go with the White Claws, the black cherry. That tends to be, I think, the best flavor personally. But, I mean, all of them are good. But the black cherry, I think, is the elite for sure. Let's see. Twisted Chicken, is the blade a Scotty? No, it is not. No, it is not. It is most certainly not a Scotty. So you're talking about my putter, obviously. I've had that putter since I was like 13 years old. It's a Ray Cook. I don't even know if people know what that is. It's a Ray Cook. It is a Ray Cook putter. I've had it, but like I said, I probably need a new putter, but I've had it since I was 13 years old. It's just one of those things, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you go out and you play rounds and you putt well. And it's like, why would I pay $300 for a brand new putter? That is just stupid. Makes no sense. So, Kevin C., the EIU game is basically just going to be a party at Willie B, and I can't freaking wait. Dude, it's going to be insanity, bro. The tailgate is going to be, it's going to be like we're playing freaking Georgia. Like, it's going to be nuts. John Rice. So, John, when I said it's seltzer and tequila season, I did not mean mixing the two together. I just meant like those are the drinks that fit this time of year. Seltzer and then making a margarita or a tequila drink. So although I think seltzer tequila would probably be a pretty good mix. I bet it would taste really good. I bet it would taste really, really good. That's got to already be a drink, I'm sure. Yeah, so. Miller Time says, I've gotten so hammered at ECU in college. Yeah, I've heard it's a very fun spot. So it's a very, very fun spot. John, it could be good indeed. Hey, why not? Somebody's got to try it. Why not? Why wouldn't it be us? Why wouldn't it be us? Yeah, guys, the TSUS tailgate, by the way, since I was talking about tailgating, all the details will come. Of course, we are tailgating at Seawells. All the details in regards to time and specific spots and when we'll do the pregame show, all those good things, that will come out as soon as I find out. So I don't know yet. It is early July. So, I think that's probably why there aren't any details released yet from Seawells and my people who I'm tailgating with and stuff like that. But it's going to be one hell of a time. I mean, that's I can show you better than I can tell you. It is, and I'll tell you what. And it's funny. John knows the people. My good buddy John. If you knew who I was tailgating with, if you knew my buddies who I was tailgating with, you would know the tailgate will be of epic, and I mean of epic proportions. I'm a little scared. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little nervous. No, it'll be a really good time. It'll be a really, really good time. But the people I'm tailgating with, they are a blast. That's for sure. So, Twisted Chicken, definitely know who Ray Cook is. Corona is the summer beer of choice. Yeah, I mean, I love Corona too. Love Corona too. Chase Floyd, do you think the playoffs will expand to 8 teams? I feel like that's the perfect number for it. Well, right now, Chase, it seems like it's going to expand to 12. So, it's going to expand to 12. Jonah Gaunt says Seawells opens at 12 for a 7 p.m. game. There you go. Boom. There you go. So, and that's one of the reasons why, I mean, I when I was looking at places to tailgate, my buddy already had a spot in Seawells, and I bought one actually on the end of him. But, that's really why I wanted to do that, because Seawells opens dude, it's crazy to me that, like, Gamecock Park and the Fairgrounds, they open at, like, 3 for a 7 o'clock game. Bro, we are tailgating way before that. Way before 3 o'clock. Come on. Elizabeth Ballard says we will not be pre-gaming with water. That is confirmed. John Rice, got to bring the baby drink out. Baseball tailgate was one for the ages. Can't wait for EIU. Yeah, I wish I'd have gotten that guy's name. Whoever he is, wherever you are, please bring the baby back out, because the baby was legendary. The baby was incredible. Had my guy John walking funny. Put it that. Get the baby out. It got all of us. The baby got all of us. Dakota, if you could only go to one game this football season, which would it be? And, man, we play some big games at home, right? Kentucky's a big one. Florida's a big one. I mean, hell, Clemson's a big one. But I'll tell you, man, being at that first one against EIU, that's the one I'd pick. That's the one I'd pick for many reasons. First game of the Shane Beamer era. It's a night game, and it's the one game this season we all look at and we say, we're going to win. Like, we're going to show up. We're going to win. We're going to win. Bottom line, we're going to win. And we're probably going to look really good doing so. So, you know what? For all those reasons I just mentioned, if I can only pick one game, it would be the EIU game. Not even close. Not even close, actually. Not even close. Not even close, man. So, I'd go EIU. Lance Player, you know what goes with tequila? Bush lattes. Justin Warren says, I'm there all day long. 7:30 kick. I'm in there at 8 a.m. First beer cracks at 9 a.m. See, Justin, that is my love-hate relationship with football season. I mean, obviously, I love football season. I love tailgating. But it's like, dude, why do we have to start drinking at even 10 a.m. for a 7 o'clock game? Why? Why do we do that? Why do we do that? There's no reason to do that. None at all. But that's the nature of the beast. That is tailgating. So you got to rock with it. You got to roll with it. It is what it is, man. we love it. We love it. So. We love it. Lance Player says we got to bring some shine to the tailgate. Hey, I'm sure there will be plenty of shine flowing. Justin Warren, I'm a huge tailgater, man. No, I hear you. Look, I love it. I love that. For me, tailgating has changed and evolved a little bit over the, course of doing the business and stuff, because I actually have to be coherent and not be slurring my words when I am on camera and behind the mic. So I got to make sure, we tailgate. We're going to go, trust me, it's going to be a party, but yours truly's got to keep it together. We got to keep it together. Dude Rolf for show. Just an idea. Pre-game Big Cock Club Zoom call, hype-ups, and predictions. We could definitely do something like that. The pregame show I'm going to do is going to be open to all. It's going to be just like this. I mean, I want all Gamecock fans to have the opportunity to tune into that. We could definitely, like I said, for game day, for the Big Cock Club, there will definitely be something exclusive for Big Cock Club members. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Hey, if nothing else, do Rolf show, we're going to be in the Discord chatting constantly. I mean, absolutely constantly. So, trust me, there will be something coming for that for sure. James Kendall says, I'm a season ticket holder and an old friend picked EIU weekend for a wedding New Orleans. Don't want them to break up, but wouldn't be sad, to be honest. So you're going to miss the game. The EIU game. A wedding in New Orleans would be fun, but Man, it couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I feel for you, man. I really do. Key says, making shine for the first game. Justin says, I'm grilling and cooking lunch and playing cornhole, the fun stuff, and watching noon and 3:30 kicks on the TV at the tailgate. Yeah, it's going to be a legendary time, man. EIU is going to be fun. All right, guys, I'm out of here. My dad and I are playing golf at 2:30. We're trying to get to the golf course at like 1:30, 1:45 or so. Hey, appreciate you all tuning in. Like I said, guys, Big Cock Club stuff is rolling out tomorrow. Can't thank y'all enough for the love and support, man. All the positive momentum, all the great things that are happening right now. It's absolutely incredible, and none of it would be possible without you all. So again, have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your Thursday, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much.